looking versus seeing. I really like being around creative people. You may find them challenging to work with, kind of edgy or quirky or, well, just different. Often it's because they see things differently, and yet that's the very thing that helps them be successful communicators. My friend Phil Cook always seems to have something to say to me about creative communication, whether it's in his blog at philcook.com, hearing him teach, or just having a conversation over a meal. There's usually a nugget of inspiration that can propel us to a higher level of communicating truth. And storytelling is a major emphasis. A few years ago, Phil was talking about the importance of short videos to tell our story. He indicated that YouTube is spending, get this, $1 million daily to expand their server to handle all the constantly uploaded new videos. Short videos are making an impact. But how do we learn to be more effective with less time? I'm reminded of the quote attributed to, different historical people, from French mathematician Blaise Pascal to American writer and humorist Mark Twain. In various forms, it says, "Please excuse this long letter. I didn't have time to write a short one." Short letters, short stories, and short videos often take more time because every word, every minute is of heightened importance. Phil Cook has some excellent suggestions on learning how to be a creative storyteller. He says, number one, watch TV or movies with the sound turned off. As a young TV director, Phil says, my mentor suggested doing this, and it made a huge difference for me. With the sound turned off, you don't get into the story, and you start focusing on the shots, framing, composition, sequence, editing, how it builds the scene. Try it. Number two, slow down. In today's distracted culture, Phil says, we rush everything. And as a result, we miss everything. So slow down. Really look at the people you pass on the street. Notice how the sun hits the side of a building at sunset. Watch people's behavior at checkout lines. Start to notice, and then start thinking about how to recreate those scenes. Number three on Phil's list is experience life. Most directors today don't know anything about life because they spend it in front of screens. They haven't traveled, they haven't experienced difficult jobs, haven't been in challenging situations. He says, go on a short-term mission program, hike through Europe, take boxing lessons, or start a conversation with a homeless person. Visit a museum, get out of the rut. What you experience will transform the way you look at things. Good ideas. I'd like to suggest you look at the stories and parables of Jesus. In just a few sentences, he painted a graphic word picture and shared a powerful biblical truth. Think of the story, for instance, of the man who built his house on the sand versus the one that built his on the rock. Great visual pictures come to mind for obvious lessons in our life. Go beyond the ordinary and the expected. See things from a different perspective. Don't just look, really see. And then put together strong images that tell important stories to change lives for God and for good. If you want to know more about this ministry that is building up Christian media leaders in over 40 countries, visit our website, MEDIALLIANCE.cc. And by the way, you can help spread the impact of the ministry simply by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Thanks, and God's best.